Now, what is the aggregate turnover limit for you to get registered under GST? It depends from which state you are supplying goods or services or both. So I take my example. Am I required to get registered under GST under section 22(1)? What is the threshold limit on me under section 22(1)? Sir, it depends from which state you are supplying. If you are supplying from these 4 states, MMT new, make my trip new, the shortcut to remember. Now what are the states that we will understand right now? So if you are supplying from these 4 states, then turnover limit for you is 10 lakh. Okay? If you are supplying from these 6 states, ATM, PSU, then the turnover limit or aggregate turnover limit for you is 20 lakh. If you are not supplying from any of these 10 states, not this 4, not this 6, then you are covered here in others. Now in others, you have to check. Section 24, not applicable. Restricted goods, not dealing in restricted goods, or services or goods or services. Not means you are supplying goods only. Now, if all the 3 conditions are satisfied, then turnover limit is 40 lakh. If any of the condition is not satisfied or all not satisfied, then turnover limit is 40 lakh. So, when the 40 lakh turnover limit is applicable, you are not supplying from, I am not supplying to, you are not supplying from this 10 states, you are not required to get registered under section 24, you are not dealing in restricted goods. So what are the restricted goods that we will see? These are the same as the goods that we see in the composition scheme. Like a manufacturer of certain goods, edible ice and all, was not eligible to get registered under composition scheme. The same list of goods are mentioned here. So if you are dealing in restricted goods, then you are not eligible for this higher limit. Or if you are supplying services or goods or services or both, then you are not eligible for this 40 lakh limit. So how to identify? First, see from which state you are supplying. So I am not supplying from MMT new, I am not supplying from ATM PSU, I am covered here. Now see whether you are required to get registered under section 24. So yes, I am required to get registered under section 24, the limit will be 20 lakh. Okay, no sir, I am not required to get registered under section 24. Are you dealing in restricted goods? No, I am not dealing in restricted goods. Are you providing services or goods or services or both? No sir, I am not providing services. I am not providing goods or services both. I am providing exclusively goods only. So it means your all the 3 conditions are satisfied. Then what is the turnover limit? You have a turnover limit of 40 lakh. In all other cases, your turnover limit is 20 lakh. Clear friends? So now here you have to see this important thing. Now where all these limits are mentioned in law, this 2 limit is mentioned in section 22. This 20 lakh limit is again mentioned in section 22. This 40 limit is mentioned under section 23(2). It means by a notification. And in our book, it is notification serial number 7. So under section 23, this notification is issued. So whenever you see section 22, the limit will be of 10 lakh or 20 lakh only. In section 22, limit is not 40 lakh. So why you are telling us? Friends, in the RCM chapter or in exemption chapter, so many places we have seen the person is not required to get registered under section 22(1). So what is the limit under section 22(1)? Limit under section 22(1) is still 10 lakh and 20 lakh only. 40 lakh is not in 22. Where is 40 lakh? 40 lakh is in 23. Specific notification that is given at a serial number 7 in our book. Okay. Now, so I am supplying from two different states. One is covered in this 10 lakh category and second one is covered in 20 lakh category. Then which limit will be applicable on me? First, friends, identify state wise. Like for Rajasthan, what is the limit applicable? For some other state, what is limit applicable? So first you find out if you are supplying from multiple states. Again, I am using supplying from multiple states. Then identify state wise. Second one, take lowest limit. Say if I am supplying from a state which is covered in this 4. And I am supplying from state also and the 40 lakh limit is applicable on me. So in state 1, 10 lakh limit is applicable and state 2, 40 lakh limit is applicable. So, and my turnover is 22 lakh. State 1, what is the limit applicable? 10 lakh. State 2, what is the limit applicable? 40 lakh. And my aggregate turnover is 20 lakh. So in which state I am required to get registered? Sir, in this state you are required to get registered? No issue. And once you are required to get registered in one state, you are required to get registered on all other states from where you are providing, most important, taxable supply. Say for example, in one state, 10 lakh limit is applicable. From another state, 40 lakh limit is applicable. My turnover is 22 lakh. In this state, I am providing taxable supply. In this state, I am not providing taxable supply. I am providing non-taxable supply. So now, am I required to get registered under this section now? Sorry, this state now? No. Because although 10 lakh limit is applicable on you, so now from each state, you are providing taxable supply. You are required to get registered. It's not like that. Sir, in different state, different threshold limit, so we have to check each state. No. So what is the step? First, identify state-wise turnover. Then identify lowest applicable on you. If you are crossing that limit, then you are required to get registered under each and every state from where you are providing taxable supply. If you are providing again exempted supply, no need to get registered under section 22 itself. Okay. So now what are these states? We understand that thing now. So the states on which 10 lakh limit is applicable are MMT new. Focus on Eastern India, Eastern states. Because sir, their business activities are a bit lower side. So if we provide them higher threshold limit, maximum business owners will be out of GST. So there will be no collection of GST. So in Eastern states, the turnover limit is brought down. So in Eastern states, we have seen in composition MMM, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram. But here we have only said 2M. So Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya is not covered. Sir, how to remember? The name itself suggests Meghalaya. So it is a Meghalaya, big state, mega is there. So if you are big states, we will not cover you here. We will cover you at here, 20 lakh limit. So what are covered in 10 lakh limit? Manipur, Mizoram, T4, Tripura and N for Nagaland. So if you are providing any kind of supply from these 4 states, the turnover limit on you is 10 lakh rupees. Now, again we go to Eastern states. With A, we have Arunachal Pradesh or Assam. So, Assam is the industrial point. So, Assam will be covered in the other. So, A for Arunachal Pradesh. T for Tripura. So, Tripura is already covered. T is for another state called Telangana. So, T is for Telangana, M is for Meghalaya, we have already done. P Pondicherry. S. Sikkim. U. Uttarakhand. Friends, these two states, Telangana and Pondicherry, these are the new states. Rest all are same as composition levy. We have seen in composition also on few states 75 lakh limit is applicable. All other 1.5 CR limit is applicable. So here those 8 states plus 2 states, Pondicherry and Telangana, these two state government have opted for a lower threshold limit. So these two states are additionally added. So what are the states on which 10 lakh limit is applicable? Sir, MMT new. Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Tripura. Sir, what about Meghalaya? Meghalaya, name itself says mega, big, in 20 lakh limit. So, what are the states on which 20 lakh limit is applicable? ATM PSU, Arunachal Pradesh, Telangana, Meghalaya, P, Pondicherry, S, again eastern states, S, Sikkim, U, Uttarakhand. Not Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh again an industrial area. So, if you are covered in these 6 states, turnover limit is 20 lakh. Apart from these 6 states and these 10 states, you will be covered in other state. If you are covered in these other states, then you have to check, are you required to get registration under section 24? If yes, turnover limit is 20 lakh. If no, check second. Are you dealing in restricted goods? If yes, 24 lakh limit, 20 lakh limit. If no, check other. Are you providing only goods or only services or services and goods both? If you are providing only goods, then all the 3 conditions are dissatisfied, 40 lakh limit is applicable. If you are providing services or supplying goods or services both, then this 20 lakh limit is applicable.